Hello friends, how are you all? Once again welcome to your own YouTube channel Everyday New. Friends, today we will talk about Jimmy Carter, who was the 39th President of America. Jimmy Carter is an American politician and humanitarian who served as the 39th President of the United States from 1977 to 1981. He was born on October 1, 1924, in Plains, Georgia. Before entering politics, Carter served in the U.S. Navy and later became a successful businessman in his home state of Georgia. He began his political career in the Georgia State Senate in the early 1960s and served as governor of Georgia from 1971 to 1975. In the 1976 presidential election, Carter campaigned on a platform of government reform, human rights, and a commitment to the environment. He defeated incumbent President Gerald Ford in a close election to become president in January 1977. As president, Carter faced many challenges, including high inflation, an energy crisis, and tensions with the Soviet Union. He pursued a foreign policy that emphasized human rights and acted as a broker for a peace deal between Israel and Egypt. After leaving office, Carter remained an influential figure in American politics and international affairs. He has been active in humanitarian work, notably through the Carter Center, which he founded in 1982 to promote peace and human rights around the world. Carter is also known for his advocacy of environmental causes and his dedication to public service. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002 for his efforts to promote democracy, human rights, and conflict resolution. His life and career have been marked by a commitment to public service, human rights, and humanitarian work, and he has been widely recognized for his efforts to promote peace and diplomacy in the United States and around the world. Now let's know about Jimmy Carter's early life and career. Jimmy Carter's father's name was James Earl Carter Sr. and his mother's name was Lillian Carter. Jimmy Carter was the first of 4 children of James Earl Carter, Sr. and Bessie Lillian Gordy Carter. His father was a farmer and businessman, and his mother was a registered nurse. Carter grew up in a rural community where he developed a strong work ethic and commitment to his family, his community, and his faith. Carter attended the public schools in Plains and graduated from Plains High School in 1941. He then attended Georgia Southwestern College in Georgia, USA before transferring to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. He graduated from the Naval Academy in 1946 with a Bachelor of Science degree in engineering, and then served in the United States Navy for 7 years. During his time in the Navy, Carter was stationed in various locations around the world including the Pacific and Mediterranean. He was also involved in the construction of the Chalk River Nuclear Laboratory in Ontario, Canada, and the development of the nuclear submarine program. Carter left the Navy in 1953 and returned to Georgia, where he took over the family peanut farm and became involved in local politics. Political career in Georgia. Carter's political career began in the early 1960s, when he was elected to the Georgia State Senate. He served in the state Senate for 4 years before running for governor of Georgia in 1970. Carter campaigned on a platform of progressive reforms including racial integration and government efficiency, and he won a surprise victory in the primary over more established Democratic candidates. As governor, Carter instituted a number of reforms, including the creation of a state ethics commission and state energy policy. He also worked to expand educational opportunities and promote economic development in rural areas. Carter's success in Georgia made him a rising star in the Democratic Party, and he was mentioned as a possible presidential candidate in 1972. However, Carter decided not to run for the presidency in 1972, instead focusing on his work as governor. He won re-election in 1974, and remained active in national Democratic politics, serving as chairman of the Democratic National Committee from 1974 to 1976. Presidential campaign and election. In 1976, Carter announced his candidacy for the presidency of the United States. He campaigned on a platform of government reform, human rights, and commitment to the environment, and he emphasized his background as a farmer and a small business owner. Despite being relatively unknown outside of Georgia, Carter emerged as a serious contender for the Democratic nomination, thanks to his strong showings in the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary. Carter won the Democratic nomination on the first ballot at the party's convention in New York City, and he nominated Senator Walter F. Mondale of Minnesota as his running mate, chosen as a partner. In the general election, Carter faced incumbent President Gerald Ford, who had taken office in 1974 following the resignation of President Richard Nixon. The campaign was marked by many controversies, including Ford's pardon of Nixon and questions about Carter's foreign policy experience. However, Carter's message of change and his focus on domestic issues such as inflation and energy resonated with voters, and he won a narrow victory in the general election. So friends, these were some of the things in Jimmy Carter's life. Friends, if you like the video, then like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to see such knowledge and interesting videos.